Hey you guys, it's Kitty Whiskers back with some gaming kiki. Today I want to talk about why I love Red Dead Redemption 2 so much. Which I know is maybe weird because it's definitely a male dominated game, but there's so much to love for us ladies in this game. First of all, the game is beautiful. It's old timey and everything is set to the 1800s, and it lets you imagine what it's like to live back then and the person that you might have become. Did you ever wonder what you might be in another century? I know I think about things like that all the time. If I'm watching a movie, like medieval movie, I wonder what I might have been if I was in the medieval ages. And this is no different. So it's really fun to think of what you might have become in the 1800s. Secondly, the map is huge. There's fast travel, and every area is so different. You can go to the desert, you can go to the forest, you can go to the city, you can go to the country. So if you get tired of where you are, you can just move on. The scenery is gorgeous and it's just so detailed. It's really cool. Third, you can collect flowers all day if you want. I see lady gamers on here and they're just picking flowers. They're not doing the missions. They're not fighting with other people. They're just picking flowers. And you can sell the flowers to the doctor. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's just kind of fun. Fourth, you can get your own horse and you can pet it and feed it and love it and name it. My horse is Penelope. So, as far as things that the ladies think are cool, this game is just endless. And I could go on. You can play this game solo, or you can posse up if you have online friends, or if your online friends aren't online, like you get a headache in the middle of the night and you wake up, you can posse up with strangers. So there, you can play however you want to play. It's just like GTA in that way. If you just want to go solo, you can, or if you want to play with your friends, you can, or if you want to play with strangers, you can. And there's missions that allow you to do that, and there's a posse option in the menu. So if you're someone also that likes to spend a lot of time on your character, like several hours, like someone I know, perhaps me, this is a fun game. Just like GTA, you can spend a ton of time. You can pick your parents, and I took big chances because I picked some really crazy looking parents that really I just wanted to see if I could pull it off. And then I just spent time trying to make my character pretty of what I got. And it was fun. And then just like um, once you get your character set the way that you like, it's all about earning money and gold nuggets to buy more stuff, like a Wild West version of GTA. It's exactly like that. You'll be buying and upgrading everything, including clothes, arms, horses, just like we do supercars in GTA. So you do start out basically with nothing in a story mode, and then you have to pass that initial gaming sequence. And just like on GTA, remember there's that first opening scene of the robbery? It's the same here. You have to do this initial mission, if you will, and then it allows you to play online. And you start out with a very, very basic camp. Like you can upgrade it later, but when you start out, it's just basic. And you're relegated to hunting and selling. So you go hunt an alligator, for example, and then you sell it to the butcher. And so you can just get a little money and a little XP at a time. And but once you start getting XP, then you can start doing missions, and it's just like in GTA, except then you're on horseback. So there's many roles you can aspire to in order to make money in this game, such as trading, by hunting animals, collecting treasures, and selling them to Madame Nazar. You can bounty hunt and then get money from the sheriff, or you can just do free roam missions. And there's bigger blood money missions once you get XP. So reviewing, my roles are collector, and now I'm going to be a trader too. So in all these missions, you can earn more gold by waiting to finish until the last 10 seconds. So if you finish a mission in 5 minutes, you get less golds than you do if you wait and finish it in 15. So that's what I'm doing here. You see me waiting here to turn in my money bag to Martelli's associate, and that is going to get me more money than if I just gave it to him right now. So for me to rank up quick, I knocked out a bunch of free roam missions to get gold. You know, free roam missions are everywhere. It'll be like, you got to go get the person's wagon back, or you got to go get their horse back, or you got to go deliver some mail. And they're really easy. I mean, you can just kick back and, you know, do that and then wait out the timer and you get the max gold that way. Also, there's advertised missions that you can do, and sometimes those will be like 2 XP. You can see that they have things advertised here. So when I ranked up, I knocked out a bunch of those free roam missions, and then I did the advertised missions, and then once I got the first 15 gold, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I bought the Halloween pack because I like the one-of-a-kind stuff that you can't buy, that you get from the packs that Rockstar issues. But, okay, so after the Halloween pack, I knocked out more missions to get 15 more golds so that I could be a collector. And then that let me level up really quick. I focused a lot on collecting everywhere. Like you get a shovel and a metal detector, and then you can go find where there's buried treasure, and that you get collections and you sell them to Madame Lazar, and I got a ton of gold that way. Plus, it let me rank up faster, and it allowed me to rank up enough to do the blood money missions, and now my next 15 golds were so much quicker than when I first started the game. And that brings me back to where I am today, because when this video started, I had $14 plus in gold, and I needed 15 golds to get the butchering table for my newbie camp that is very bare bones, and it has nothing. There isn't a single upgrade in my camp. It's just basic, nothing. So if I can get just $1 more in golds by doing this mission, then I can get that butcher table, and it will make my life so much easier. I can donate everything that I hunt to my camp partner and concierge, if you will, cribs. And when I donate enough to make a load, then I can sell the load to a buyer for like, I think $600, and it's a pretty sweet money maker. So that's my goal today, is that butcher table. Then I can try to fix up my camp real pretty like. And while I'm waiting like this, I usually feed my character food, because if they're underweight, they don't fight as well. Like if someone comes and tries to tackle you, you can't really fend it off. But if you keep your character fed and your horse fed, then they perform a lot better. But it's easy to forget to feed your character because you're grinding out missions, and then next thing you look up and you'll be underweight. You can look at your character stats on your player profile. So if I see that, you know, I obviously pay attention to it, but it's just one of those things you can take care of while you're waiting at the end of a mission to try to earn money by delaying completion of a mission. I also kind of look on my map and I try to see if there's other players nearby that are trying to creep up on me. And if I see that, I just turn the mission in, because people on this game will mess with you and they will try to interrupt your money making. And there's a little griefing that goes on there, but they made it to where you can put your settings on defensive if you just want to focus on other aspects of the game than fighting other players, like in GTA. how you can go in passive mode, you can go in defensive mode on this game, and then people cannot see you unless they're right up on you. They cannot target you in another area of the map and make their way to you. They can't even see you. So if you do want to run and gun, then you can go on offensive mode. And there's some things that you get, some activities in the game that you can do that automatically put you in an offensive mode. And you can tell other players if they're really naughty and they've been fighting other people or being aggressive. The color of their dot goes red. And if they're a gentle player that's defensive, it'll be blue. So sometimes you can tell who's a friend and who's an enemy. Sometimes you can't. If they get too close to me when I'm turning in a package or completing a mission, I'm just going to go ahead and complete it because I'm not playing. So, aside from that, I'm going to fast forward this a little so you can see the payoff, and then we can move along, little doggy. So after completing this mission, I was still 4 cents short of gold, short of my butcher table. So I need to do another mission, and I am going to go do a free roam mission. You can see these all over the map. I'm in Saint Denis. I will pick the wagon mission. They are also very easy. I will fast forward this so that you can see the payoff. I just put it on ridiculous 4 times speed so we can get to the shoot 'em up part. My horse could be better, but I'm just starting out and I didn't want to spend a lot of money there. I wanted to invest in my money-making schemes. All right, here we go. Pretty easy to take out the enemies there. And then you just got to get the wagon back to the drop-off point. On the way, you'll have a couple bad guys that come up and take you out. You can loot their bodies for treasure maps or other things like liquor bottles, money. They usually don't have very much money. They'll have like that one had. So on this one, I am not going to wait to turn it in. I am just needing the 4 cents in gold, so I'm going to turn it in right away. I'm not going to wait. I get less money that way, but it's really all I need to meet my goal. So I'm going to turn it in, and then the fun begins because I can go back to my sad little camp and I can get that butcher table. I'm super excited. All right, I'm gonna put my camp nearby. You can adjust the location of your camp. Your camp does charge a certain amount every hour for upkeep, as does your horse stable. If you have 5 horses, it costs you more to house them than it does if you only keep 1. But there are different horses that serve different purposes. You have work horses and race horses, and so that is the reason why it's a good thing to have more than 1 horse, which I do not at this point. And here's the part where I love taking care of my sweet baby Penelope. You have to feed her and brush her. I love my horse. This is a starter horse. Actually, it's not that good performance-wise, but I do like it. And you're pretty gross after riding around and doing missions, so I like to change. Now I'm going to go to my concierge crib and get the butcher table. I'm super excited. I've been working a long time to earn these 15 golds. And then once I'm in here, I'm looking, I do want this travel post and the stew pot, which lets you eat and also gain strength. I'm gonna need to do that campfire as soon as I get some more cash money. Alright, so as part of getting your butcher table set up, you have to do this supply run, and it's very easy. Also put this on 2x speed so that you can see how easy it is. And there's gonna be people trying to shoot at me, but I'm just gonna do kind of a stealthy hit and run. Here's the bad guys. I'm gonna go over there, steal their wagon. Yeah, they shot at me a couple times, but I'm superhuman. I make my escape back to the camp. And I'm gonna keep this sped up because I am gonna wait to turn it in. Here we go. Right up to the camp. It's on 4x speed now, so it'll just take me a second to run down the clock. Again, always be looking. I can see on my HUD at the bottom left of my screen, but always be looking for other players. At this point, if you're carrying supplies in a wagon, or even doing the whole wagon run where you're selling it to a buyer, because you get more money if you sell it to a distant buyer than you get if you sell it to someone close. But there's more risk because you have to go all the way across the map, and there's a lot of other players that could grief you and try to take your supplies. I do not grief other players unless it's part of a mission, or if they grief me first, and then I'm going to do what I do best. I don't like doing that because you never know if it's a little kid or something, but yeah, people will definitely grief you on this. There's probably someone in every lobby, but the offensive defensive mode of playing, it really helps with that. It used to be a free for all because everyone could see everyone else on the map, and now you can hardly see anybody unless you're right next to them. If you see those red dots, just try to stay away from them, or if you're on a... Here we go, here we go. I have so many things that I need to get out of the catalog. You do have a catalog, like a Sears Roebuck catalog or whatever, and you can buy lots of things in there and then have it shipped to your camp through your mailbox crate, so you don't have to go into a blacksmith to get your ammo, or you don't have to go to the store to buy food. You can have it shipped to your camp, and it makes it very nice. So I'm talking to my concierge, Crips. I'm going to make a little food. You need to do this once in a while to be able to keep your stats up for fighting and doing missions. You have to eat food to have energy and to keep your Deadeye sharpened for your aim. And there's a million reasons why you have to do this. It's something when you're grinding out missions you forget to do. So if you can get in a habit of every time you leave or every time you come back of just making the food that you need, then that'll really help you out in your gameplay. A lot of times you'll find items that you can use for nutrition when you're looting buildings or barns or people. So this part, I really wanted to buy this because the stew pot, you can make different recipes and you can get achievements where you can earn XP or money in daily challenges, for example. But it also is a great way if you just want to eat the regular stew, that you don't have to use up the supplies that are in your satchel. So I definitely wanted this, but I needed to get the butcher table going first. You can also find these in roadside camps, and that nothing beats having this in your own camp. I love it. I also decided, just for my own happiness, that I was going to upgrade the theme of my camp. It was a daily challenge, so I got a little gold for it, but it cost me a lot more than I paid. Is the traveling opulence package. So you can buy different themes for your camp, and then Crips will outfit it whichever theme you bought. I think there's a military theme, and I got the elegant theme, and there's a bounty hunter theme, and there's a collector theme. So you can go through whatever you like. And then also things like your tent, you can upgrade. I have a really poor tent right now, but you can upgrade it to one that it actually has a purpose because it renews your health. So if you come into camp and you've been shot up, then you can renew your health really quickly and go back out and do your missions. So you can see on the butcher table, I'm able to donate a bunch of what I had poor carcasses saved in my satchel. And now I'm just going to go and get a whole bunch more carcasses for Crips. Once I donate so many carcasses to him of different value, then he uses the supplies that I have to process the carcasses until I have enough to make a big sale. So this part is a little grindy, but it's just necessary if you're going to do the trader part. But you can do it mindlessly. You can be actually doing other things. My horse is really skittish around the alligators, so my camp is right there. I'm just going to run back and forth until I can get all of the alligators gone that are by me and my horse calms down. I'm going to donate it. He's going to take it. He's going to make hides out of it, I guess. Just back and forth until I can get enough to get my first load, which is going to be so nice. I mean, just to get, I think it's $650 from just this little bit of work. I feel like it's a very sweet money maker. So that's my pop culture review of Red Dead Redemption 2 and why I love it so much. If you like what you see, log on and check it out. I play on the PlayStation platform, and I do my best to complete the challenges every day. If you see me, give me a wave in your emotes, and then we can posse up and knock out some missions. I'm always willing to help out other players and help them rank up. That is a big part of the fun for me. So that is really all I have for you for now. I'll send you away with a big yeehaw, and we will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Supplies are good. I'm a happy man. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, then. No comment. This is good quality. Very nice. Anything's better than nothing.